All right, folks, we are into Act 3 here on the latest update. And a new update, I don't know what it changed. It might have just been a patch for this update. As I'm doing this, the game is going to go, I think it's going on sale tomorrow. So by the time this video goes out, you may already have it, maybe playing it, and have long since enjoyed not listening to me yak and screw it up. But at least I've shown you not how not to play. So we did a little bit of housekeeping stuff. I thought best not to do on camera. 3 days for three. Provisions we'll definitely need. Honestly, what I need is, God, I need all that. I would, dude. 288 provisions would probably mean that we'll be set for provisions for a long time. I don't know that I would ever say we need cavalry. And I don't like losing the gold. Ammo is expensive. I actually don't know. These are all a bit of conundrums here for me. I'm trying to think of how much that would cost from the dollars. I think it's almost 90 or so for 150. So it's like $180 worth of coin. And I guess coin is kind of everything. You could purchase whatever you need. We are desperately in need of manpower. At some point, we do need numbers, and I don't know. We can only get 2 more units, and I guess I'll hope to get them elsewhere. But yeah, we've already gone through here, did our thing, and we're just gonna. I'll probably do these herd things just to try to make sure we don't run out of provisions. Yeah, I'm just not using cav that much. I mean, that's a little brutal, but we'll look to. There's probably not going to be anywhere good to sell, but we're going for convoys and encampments, and I know that there are 2 convoys down here. What are the other ones? Loot civilian items. No, well, good thing we have those doctrines. So we'll go over here. How much food are we burning through? I mean, wow, I'm glad I... Ooh. Maybe I can't... When recruited regiment costs. I don't know why I can't do it, but we'll take 1, and they can have the... I know that they're not great, but we got to fill the ranks out. We might be able to turn them into artillery. The artillery is so expensive for what's around. It's guaranteed night raid success. All right, well, if that... Wow, that really helps on the manpower front. And some weapons. All right, so we can give that to the... We can give those to the cav. We can act... We might be able to fix our manpower problem for now. And so... I think what I'm really looking for... Well, yeah, somewhere to sell this stuff. Stock up on manpower provisions. I don't know if I should take that fight, but I guess I don't really have a choice. We got to get XP from somewhere. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cavalry, 4 artillery, and at least some of it looks pretty good. And Prussian Life Guards and Grenadiers into the sunset. So 7 of those. I guess numerically on artillery we're tied. Cavalry, we know we're going to be at a disadvantage. I mean, if I had taken that cav unit earlier rather than the provisions and the pelts, I guess we would have everything maxed out. And then I guess we could get artillery by switching into other things. That was probably a mistake. Probably should have taken the free light cav unit, which I just have not found cav all that good. I mean, everybody says, well, with the light cav, you're supposed to run down retreating troops. I understand it, but when the AI has 3 or 4 cav regiments back there, if I try to run down one infantry with one of my cav, then my cav end up just getting routed, and I'm trading one for one. And I would say probably, maybe less so here in Act 3, but it feels like, I don't know, in earlier acts, well more than 50% of the time they don't rally. Or if they do rally, they're so far back, I can just deal with them later when they come. And so I don't feel like I should have to press to move up. What kind of range are we looking? Jeez, 492, 439, 604. Yikes. And 439. So we got 640 because we got those excellent elevation screws. But those are the only 6-pounders. I would like 6-pounders in the rest. Looks like it's 450. And what was most of their stuff? 490. So, okay, 440. So, like, it's fairly even, I guess, on the range stuff. Yeah, so there's that. On morale, look at that. 5, 4, 4, 3. So that's a little bit weak on the flank, but those dudes are no joke. And the left, it used to be the case that the AI would always have kind of their stronger forces offset to the right and the weaker ones on the left. This time it looks like maybe the reverse of that. I mean, those are Prussian Dragoons, right? Vet 7. The left is what I would be concerned about. So I'm thinking of maybe making our home this be our left, and we try to hang out in the middle. We have our we do have 2 supply wagons, which is like one of the few good things here. What is our light group here? It's this group. They lost their officer in the HQ battle before, but I'm thinking maybe if they come out here, they use the hill. I know that gives the AI the woods, but maybe we pull back. And I'm going to try something. I'm going to try marrying this brigade here of lights, which I think are still fast enough in most cases. Probably fast enough in most cases. Let's see here. So there'll be that. The Grens we may try on the left. And I think even if it is faster to march in column, with that artillery range and the fact that they're Grens and I don't want them to die, I feel like we gotta kind of go in the position that reduces casualties the most. And then it must be these guys. Yeah. And then these guys are gonna, let's offset the artillery here so I can see what's going on. And that's not atrocious, but it's not great. It's not what I'm doing. We'll offset you because you all are going to back up the light infantry, and 2 of you, yeah, we should have you probably in the middle. Yeah, you 2 in the middle. So go like this, and then grab you Crownland recruits and put you back here. So the reason for that is that, and I think I mentioned this in the other videos, so when you're in a unit like this, well, I guess it doesn't matter because there isn't an officer, but like with this group here, right, there's the aura, and you want that aura kind of emanating out because it'll be the unit that's left most. So this was poor design on my part, right? Having the hussars with the officer in them, right? Oh wait, there's no officer there. All right, so it turns out it didn't really matter. But we want to put these guys in their own group and keep them up with the rest of the infantry. I don't know where. We can kind of figure it out. Maybe they'll back things up on the left, but I think the hussars might have the most success out here, and so we're gonna see if we can find some success. There is always the chance that, yeah, these junky guys might be able to do something on the right, but these guys have a ton. They should have a pretty great cover wherever they go, right? So they got the excellent earthworks, and then they have excellent axes, which should give them a bonus. So we're going to have them backstop the really good lights that have the officer, so that if they can bait a charge, then they can just withdraw through. The guys on the right here, these fellows, they have they should have the spikes. We must have moved the wrong unit. All right, these are the ones. And I figure we'll just put that in the middle. And then move these guys over here, who could get a cover advantage. We'll see if we're able to line it up that way. But I think that's going to have to be the way we try this one. All right, enough of that stuff. We'll move up. They can run for now. Yeah, you guys without officer. This is kind of the B team line infantry. But I figured they would probably go better with the lights and being able to kind of backstop them. I do want to move the artillery up. Just so we, as the rest of our forces move up, we don't get entirely at range. I think I'm going to send these guys up just to maybe draw them off in a way that they don't want, and then see if I can get these guys to maybe do something on the left here, force them through the open. Yeah, so they're leading with the artillery, and I've got to figure Austrian field artillery. I don't recall also where I put the I see one supply. Oh, okay, they're both back here. So we're going to kind of move those up with the artillery, and hopefully at least they get to keep everything. These Crownland recruits for now are just going to move up in the center where... do we want to try to make a play here for that flank? You know, as I say it, I like the idea more. Alright. When can my artillery range these guys? Because... Alright, so my longest can already hit them. I found that counterbat seems less effective than whatever you thought of it previously than it used to be. And you know what? Man, am I slow. Get over here. Run, run. Oh, they realized it. I wanted to get on that artillery as much as we can. Run, run, run. Get up there. If you're going to lead with the artillery, then we got to try to punish that. We may get punished in response, and that's okay. Okay, yeah, you shoot that. You try to shoot that. That's fine. I do... where are you guys? Nope. It's you guys. I need you guys up here pretty quickly. I think the cav run is no longer any good because the Prussian... You know what, though? We'll still try it. We might have to cool it. Alright. You could... Yeah, we're not going to make it in time. Alright, we got to try to keep some lines out here. Yeah, you don't have to run right now. You're going to need to save those legs for when the cav charges you in about 2 seconds. Yep, there they are. This is kind of a counter YOLO charge, I guess. The best laid plans, right? I don't think we're going to make it out in time. Okay, they're already... Oh, you know what I forgot to do with these guys? I do. I know what I forgot. Just to remove everybody's bayonet. You know what though? Don't give up on this, everybody. Here, you still try to counterbat them. Okay, you need to start falling back. I haven't really done anything with this group. Okay, so I was not able to get them out in time. That happens. Withdraw you. I'm going to withdraw these Jaegers over here. Alright, we can pull these guys back. They don't have to stand in the middle. So it didn't go great. I mean, we're going for the counter arty. We knocked out one arty. We knocked out one cavalry. It cost us our light, a unit of lights. Okay, so they haven't... Forgot to bring the general. That's a kind of a huge mistake, but, you know. Consider the source. Yes, run, run, run. Run, run, run. I would still run. I really would. Alright. These guys can fall back and over like that. These Austrian Grens are just not going to have a very good time up here. So maybe we move them over and we move them over. We see if we can draw them into a charge, and I just want the Jaegers up there on that flank. And as the map has gotten too large for my old man reaction time, I'm going to slow everything down. I think it's also time to switch to their infantry. And what else was I going to try? You're part of this group? Right, so I was also going to try withdrawing your bayonets and detaching everybody else's bayonets and just seeing how we like that accuracy buff. I mean, obviously you would like an accuracy buff, but... Okay, these guys are clearly gearing up for a charge, so we're not going to eat... Well, we might eat it, but... Oh, okay, if you're going to shoot, then I'll do that as well. Okay, we got the cav lurking back there. But yeah, we'll keep the artillery focused up here. And which one of you actually have grenades, and which one of you all... I wish there was an easy way to tell. I think there is, and I just forgot what it was. Who has Buchenball? Yeah, so these guys are coming up on that flank. That's fine. We're going to send the... Okay, so I see the Dragoons lurking, of course. And these guys can probably fall back and just try to draw the lifeguards in. All right, the Fusiliers rallied. That's good news. I think it's time to move them to the flank and to worry about our center here. These guys still look like they're gearing up for some sort of shenanigans. I wonder if we put these guys... All right, let's draw you back. All right, supply train is maybe doing its thing here. Where's the other one? All right, keep you guys up there. Yeah, we're trying to draw them in up there, and I know that some of you definitely have grenades. All right, you and you do. All right, this is what we're going to try to do then. We're going to try to get the lifeguards up here, and these guys, I want to square up with them as much as we can. So we saved our stamina for something, and I guess this is that something. Tell me that all my artillery is shooting here. Very good, it is. I think we have to move these guys up to support the Jaegers. Alright, so those Fusiliers are going to go back in action. These ones, okay, the other three already are. I think that's all we could really expect at this point. And who the heck... One of you... And that's right, Cav could probably shoot over these guys. Alright, they've squared up with us, which is exactly what we want. I don't know if that works or I actually have to hit the G and then do it. And it's kind of the same story with these guys. Nah, we're not going to do it yet. Come on. Do the grenade toss. Alright, you guys shoot them. You guys shoot them. Yeah. Alright, and then you two, I think, you know what? You're just going to be better off over there. Alright, keep them supplied. I mean, we probably need these guys... Oh, they changed the angle on me here. Gentlemen, you gotta do the thing, man. You gotta do it. There it is. Yeah, well... Let's do it. Let's give them both barrels here. Alright, this is a mistake. This... I don't want to get caught out by those guys. That is just not going to be fun. Come on, do the other grenade thing. You can do it. Maybe they have to reload their grenades? That could be. You know what? If they're going to do that... Here. No, 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 no. Shoot them, shoot them, shoot them. You can actually hit them. Okay, we got to draw you back. And you know what? I think we have enough dealing with that. Famous last words, I know. Okay, they're dealing with those Prussian lifeguards. Those guys are now starting to get a little worn down. Yeah, I think shooting those guys is fine. It might get a bit dicey out here. Okay, so you threw the grenades again. You did the best you could. Who has the buck and ball? You do? Alright. Unfortunately, this is what we have to do now. We got to fall back. I'm going to fall you back. You guys are... No. We might just charge these guys in the back after we grenade them. And have these guys focus on them. Have the hussars there. Grenzer Fusiliers. Alright, so I guess they're going to end up doing... That is very weird, but alright. Yeah, alright, we got them to retreat. That's fine. Let's focus on those guys, I guess. Oops. They came in at such an odd angle. I never even thought to... Yeah, that was just me sleeping. That's all that was. Alright, we broke them over here. That's fine. They have to be concerned about that. You guys need to reform and shoot. You guys might be able to sneak in here. I have no idea what the heck this is. Alright, fine. Just give them the buck and ball. You guys do that. You guys get ready to charge. You don't have to volley. Whoever has it. Ooh, we just got absolutely demolished. That was very painful. Let's just countercharge there. Okay, there's more coming, unfortunately. Here, we're going to line you up like that, because I see waves and waves of cavalry. It's fun for no one. Where is our artillery? All right, it's doing a thing over there. That's fine. They had to retreat. That's great. You need to reform, and quickly. Okay, we can't quite do it. My goodness, that's being stuck in charge thing is just not at all fun. Nope, nope, nope. I didn't mean that. Shoot. And try to shoot them as best you can. Alright, this is probably gonna hurt. Prussian lifeguards. Alright, we've rallied the Fusiliers for the moment. Okay. I think you guys got to be the sacrificial lambs here. You all are probably going to break, but I want to hold you there for now. Come on, guys. I know you have no stamina, but... Alright, give them the old counter charge. That's fine. Australian Fusiliers, focus on them. I realized that I completely blanked on what was going on over here. That's terrible. But then again, they were... Yeah. It's a lot going on at once. Alright, we'll try to focus them down. Alright, we beat them. The Grenzer Hussars rallied. I'm guessing they got into my Fusiliers and just... Yeah, and shattered them. Alright, well, we'll see if we get them back at the end of the battle. Alright, what's going on over here? We might need some rallying forces. Okay, you can move up. They broke there. Very good. Focus on them. Focus on them. These guys should probably... Oh, you know what? Okay, we broke them. I was going to say, if we have nothing else, we might be able to throw them, and I don't know that we're actually going to make it to any of those guys in time. Alright, spread out and move up. You don't have to melee, but you can pursue. Try to get a little wide here. Somebody should have grenades left. It's you guys, yeah. Okay, they're about broke. Let's try to break them. These guys are inefficiently aligned. What's new? Fusiliers can move up. They can move up. They can move up. Some Grens are running? There. Maybe you can do something about that. I don't know. Alright, let's press up here. Press up here. I think we can move it up now. Just focus on who's in front of you, guys. It's fine. Okay, they've now shattered. That's fine. They actually have a fair amount of ammo, so here we'll turn to them. You guys are going to move over here and maybe move up to their artillery. We will see. Good. Our Grens here rallied. Always happy to see it. Move up. Move up. Switch to them. And move up. All right. And now we're, I think, just hunting artillery. Yeah, I mean, you can try to shoot that artillery. I don't think you're going to move faster than the infantry. Trying to get onto those guys. So we'll see if we lost any units and kind of get punished from that, or... Oh, I did not see the 13,000 stack behind them. Yikes. Let's see. How many? We took 5,000 casualties. We probably want this. Yeah, I know it. And 20% refund on casualties. I don't know if there's really any question. All right, we got in officer to be upgraded. That's fine. So right now this is the light infantry guy because the other light infantry officer got killed. So infantry accuracy is fine. Raid lead speed is what it is. Taking less morale damage. All right, fine. So somebody for the lights. I like the 15% buff to accuracy. I don't mind the 10% melee because we're not supposed to be in melee. Flanking fire damage is not bad, but given that I don't always get them on the flank, I feel like this is just it's a better all-comers take, rather than knowing in advance that I'm gonna specialize or anything like that. So that's where that sits. We can. Ooh, that hurts to see. And that is, what was that? I don't know, 31 then? 20. I don't know, it was well over 2,000 manpower, I think, to get back to where we are. And so we're almost out of everything. We have tons of pelts we're gonna sell. Let's see, artillery. So these are the guys with a really good range. So that means to me you're going to be firing more. I mean, I don't really know your reload, but sure. They don't ever seem to have a real problem running out of ammo during most of these battles. I don't think that there's like a second, unless anybody has a range buff. Oh yeah, they have a range buff, so then they might be shooting slightly more. What is this one? Charge and move speed. And that's only on infantry. Alright, that's kind of an interesting one. You know, these guys... So that's a cuirassier sword. Good. 8 and 14. Now, 10 and 16 is... Yeah, that's the upgraded version of that. So... And by the way, the prices... I don't know if we've gone into town together yet, but they're better than they used to be. So... This is an excellent heavy jacket for minus 25 and minus 4 stamina. So, I guess the trade-off is that we would get 6 move speed back. We wouldn't have as much melee damage. We would have a 25 rather than a 30% debuff. But we wouldn't have any speed move debuff. We would just have a stamina one. I don't know. I don't know. So that's accuracy +8 and move speed of +8. I would prefer this. It's faster. Maybe we'll just go with the speedier build. And so maybe that means we do it like that. We have basic riding boots. So I don't know if there's anything left to do for Cav. Dragoon swords at 10 and 10 are not going to be better than 10 and 16. The saddle's fine. So these are going to be for the shooters. So you have +8 reload, but this was +8 reload +2 stamina, so it's just objectively better. That's better than that. And that. Okay, you already have... Oh, so you can get picks... Oh, yeah, because they already have that. I don't know that the Austrian Jaegers are really our best. Are they? Grenzer Fusiliers... I don't know. 100 accuracy and 44 reload. 104 accuracy and 39 reload. 103. I mean... I think those guys... but I believe that includes the weapon they have. Yeah, maybe not. Oh, well, it's also their XP. That's right. These guys I can upgrade. These guys should be free to upgrade to the Grenzer Sharpshooters. I think it might be time. Grenzer Sharpshooters. We can also remove this and put it on one of the other units. So that they can upgrade faster. Admittedly, I just want Grenzer Sharpshooters, so that's why I'm doing it. Maybe it's better to hold them for more XP. I mean, yeah, we lost 200, but it's just the thing I wanted to do, so. Alright, I don't know if I want to spend 50, but I'm going to spend 50 to also give them the gun picks. And they can just have the iron rods. We might have others that have the cylindrical ones, but we don't need that right now. Alright, we know we're going to take those out. You're pretty close. Oh, but you already have a vet gain one. So these Grenzer Fusiliers are the only ones that I would wonder. I don't think Jaegers can get upgraded. They can't. So it would just be veterancy for the sake of veterancy. So we'll try to get these Austrian Jaegers upgraded. I think that's probably doubtful. But if these guys get to Grenzer Sharpshooters, I'll pass this. I'll swing it over to them and let them get the veterancy buff from that. Do we have anything that we can give? So this is charge +10, move speed of 6. So you want that probably on one of these beat up. I mean, these guys, right? They have the close range and the shooting. Stamina +12, move speed -2. So we're gonna give them that. We can find somebody else who can use the canteen, but they're gonna be in melee. I think. Does everybody else here have? I mean, that'll. This I don't think is as good with you. I think we can find somebody else who's going to benefit from that. But we can give you this canteen as a consolation, because you might be hurting for stamina. Alright, we did that. I think I'm ready to move on here and sell some stuff, and probably not hem and haw too much more on video. We can just pause it if we really need to do more. Oh, do I need a battlefield? No, I don't need a battlefield, but sometimes you get officers at battlefields. So we're going to check it out. Yes. A free level 2 officer. I'm glad we did it, even if he's complete junk. So flanking fire damage and charge of... Well... So I'm thinking that the person that might make sense with... If I'm going to... I don't know that I'm going to put the Grenadiers on the front. The reason why I didn't give the Grenadiers, if anybody's wondering, like, why didn't you put them, you know, behind the... Though, you know, Maybe put the grenadiers with all that cover stuff behind the the light infantry, and then maybe, yeah, actually maybe keep this the way it is and just have like my B team infantry brigade, just have them maybe roll up on the flanks. But I think in the end, we kind of just got to live with this. I mean, most of these I think are at the point where they can upgrade once, right? So we can move them up to Austrian Grenadiers, and then after that, it's just pure XP gain. Your Crownland recruits, you're the only exception, and you're one of the few ways if we decide for more artillery, we could flex into that, but I'm not sure if I'm there yet. But doesn't look like we have to make the decision at the moment. We do need... Oh. Am I... Yeah, well, we needed that, and there's not too much we can do about some of this stuff. We kind of just gotta take it. Dude, ammo is so expensive. That is brutal. How much time? This town doesn't have that much money. We certainly don't need all these pelts. Certainly do not. I mean, if I get another artillery unit, I could use that, but I'm really not sure. I don't mind hanging on to a pelt. I mean, we do kind of look like we're looking for another cav unit, and we could get it with the Crownland recruits, right? They could. These guys could flex into the. I haven't tried these guys, so maybe that's where we go with them for the second take. We can certainly confirm that. I don't know if there's going to be. They don't even have a barracks. Yikes. So I guess so this is what I saw last time. So on the last take, like, it doesn't perfectly fill out, then you only get 37 ammo for 112. It's some diminishing returns there. All right, let's check out this convoy. Are we still in forage mode? Is that why we're expending so little? All right, well, I think for now we kind of... All right, guaranteed the merchants survive. Alright, I mean, manpower is manpower. We'll certainly put that to use, and we can certainly use that as well. I have no desire to fight that. Well, for the XP maybe. So we need more encampments. I mean, if I go down here, right, it gets me to one away. It gets me one away on the convoys. Up here, we know that we could get the 4th convoy and a 2nd encampment. And there's probably other stuff up here. But given the way that timing works here in Act 3, man, that is going to be such a pain if we are in encampment short. Kind of feels like we have to go this way. Let's just go. No, I want to go down here, yeah. And go through here, and go to the battlefield. Oh, we can't. That is not what I... You know, we might just have to fight it. I don't want that guy to come in as reinforcements, though, for our friend here. Just pause here and see what he does. Alright. Holy smokes. We probably need to do this. Lifeguards, veteran musketeers. So that's 8 good infantry. Pretty, well, it's 8 infantry. 4 cav, 4 artillery. Some of it's howitzer, some of it's other stuff. I'm not sure if there's any upgrades I should have made before we went into that battle, but it's too late now. We're into the battle. Of course, unless we lose, and then we'll just reload it. Alright, we got our supply train. Supply train. train. 350 range, 46, 672. Welcome to Act 3. they look kind of like us. Also, a takeaway I would have from this is that, you know, we might want lights that can shoot, because all of them had like good defensive emplacements. So, yeah, range of 640, 455. I think probably overall we have an advantage at range, but it might be close. So there are things I like about the right, which is that if we can get on this little plateau, we can try to fortress it up. We could probably roll the artillery up quick enough. And, well, we wouldn't get this. I doubt we could get that. We might be able to get those woods. Feels like we're then kind of corner camped. And if we swing left, which is where... So if you haven't used free cam, I actually like it over the regular one. There's just more cover here. And we can kind of force them to come at us. Especially if we put our artillery fairly far forward. Do we want to just keep it, you know? So we can't keep it back here forever. I think I know what I want to do. We'll see if I wanted to do it when we're done, but I think I know what I want to do. Yeah, so ooh. Maybe we do this. All right, I didn't put the emplacements on the other guys, on the Grenadiers. But I do want to try the Grenadiers behind the light infantry. Because if infantry or cav charge them, especially when I have Grenadiers who have... One unit has buck and ball, two of them at least have grenades, we could put a hurting on them. And then this is like the B team infantry. So we don't have them... Wait. Oh, we do. We do have them set up to kind of come down on the flank. And I guess they get... I guess some of the consolation here will that they get some of their... they have some defenses of their own. And you know what? Maybe we'll just add... Alright, so we want to get the general right here, right? If he's got an aura, let's put him in the middle. Put the Fusiliers there. He can be there. Does this... Will they keep their relative position if I do this? Yeah, okay. That's good. And then these two junky Crownland recruits... I may send them up on the far right. And then I just got to decide if I want the Hussars to come over here and just have them be their own thing. I think I will, so we're going to form a group there. And we'll put them there. We'll see how this goes. And so we can use Brigade for the lights. And we can use Brigade for their backup. But I want to try to get this... Have them be Group 2. Why do they have you in Group 3? The heck is Group 3? Oh, no, that's Veterancy. I don't know, I'm looking at this too much. We just need to play. Alright, try to do this with the lights if we can. They can run for now. Grenadiers will back you up as best they can. Have you guys move up here. Alright, and then have you two see if you can skirt over there. I don't even think I'm going to have those guys run. They're recruits. They're, well, we can have them rest later. We will have them run initially. And let's see. That's our artillery. Alright, they're going to lead with the artillery. We're going to do the same thing we did last time. And hopefully we don't forget you. And then we're going to carry the supply trains. We can move our artillery back eventually. Now they are moving up the cav behind their artillery, so it's going to be harder to. Yeah, we're not gonna get a pure snipe on them. So we'll just move them back. All right. You all, the lights, you can start moving up. You don't need to run anymore. We're going to need that stamina back soon. Same thing with the Grens. We're going to need your stamina back soon. Okay. Shoot what you can hit, which might just be that. Okay, you don't need to run. You two can stop running because I know you're getting tired. And then this group here just needs to extend the line like that. So we'll try to use the hill. And again. Okay, we don't need... No. I don't need you running. Grens are sharpshooters. We'll see what you can do. So we can actually have this supply train sit back here, and this one can move up. I don't know if it's worth it to try. This isn't really working like I had hoped. Have you guys move here. You guys move there. Actually, you recruits can probably move over there and just have these Fusiliers form up here. Try to get... Nah, we're outrunning our Grenadiers, so we don't want that. In fact, I thought I shut all this down, but I guess I did not. In fact, I think we might... No, I think we can continue forward. We'll try to get some cover here. Try to get some cover here. Okay, let's start shooting the infantry. Keep an eye on that cav too that they got. Just take a break. You guys are way too tired. Way too tired, and it looks like we've kind of teased them out. There's no point in losing these guys. These guys can swing for sure. But I want you guys to have a fence. I want you guys to have that fence. I want you to have the trees in the fence. Okay. You guys should be taking up position there and there. Okay. We'll have you guys try to put some fire on them. Friends are sharpshooters. I want to come back here. Yep, you can go back there. That's fine. We're going to hold our cav back. We don't have very much of it, so what little we have, we want to try to get the most out of. If those are musketeers, we should be okay shooting at them. And these guys, if they're going to come up, we'll use the Grenzer Fusiliers on their flank. Okay, so eventually we're going to get in a pretty good position here, and then we're going to have you guys come around. Because I now see that we can do that. Okay, I need to get you all into a line. Yeah, I'm actually okay with the artillery concentrating on them. Not sure why our cover seems to have gone away, but it did. Alright, they've now come into range. We want to pull these guys back. There's no point in getting 2v1'd. We're now in, well, we're in some cover. Okay, our general is here. Yeah, we're going to have these guys run up on the flank as much as they can. Yeah, they got their stamina. They can do it. That's too dank of a flank, I think. Shoot at the guys in front of you. Yep. Kite them back. And as far as these guys go, you know what? If we pull them back, I know that now the aura. Well, you know what? Okay, we got to pull you back because they are going to charge you. They're absolutely thinking about it, and that's kind of what we gotta hope. Here, we're just gonna plop artillery on them. Okay, let's fix up our line here. Okay, I guess this is not great cover. Okay, very good. Who are you focused on? You're focused on them? Yeah, let's keep shooting them in the side. I'm good with that. Supply wagons, they should be keeping at least the artillery in supply. You know, everybody else. I can't really run the supply wagons up to the lights, who are, you know, hopefully shooting all the time. I'm still... So, I don't know if this is the right move. I mean, they're certainly protecting their artillery, which there's nothing inherently wrong with that, but I don't know, it just... Yeah, we actually might try to get that cav out. I don't know if they're going to gear up for a charge on the Grenzer sharpshooters here. Alright, so we have better cover there. Oh, 99% cover? You know what? Move back with these guys. The reason is I want these two to try to focus them down, and if I pull these guys back right now, they're getting shot with 52% cover. Yeah, good luck. All right, so we're gonna win here. I'm certain of it, and we just need to prepare to push through. You need to push up. You know what? If they're gonna break, I'm not even gonna worry about pulling those guys back. But let's focus on them now. Yeah, let's focus on them. Yeah, you shoot them and you shoot them, because we're not going to get as much done against those guys. And then we're going to keep creeping over here. We're trying to lure these guys forward, and I think we're doing it. 41% cover, 46% cover, that's fine. You don't need to be running, I don't think, to do this. So, note to self, yeah, the range here. Well, they do advertise that the range is rough. But I guess we're just kind of holding over here until we win on this flank, and which we've just done. And we'll now slowly push up. Okay, you have to run. I didn't think of that. I don't know why I didn't think of that. What if we countercharge? I don't know. I mean, it's unbraced infantry, right? It's unbraced infantry. We're not doing very well. Yeah, the initial shock was not what we had hoped. But honestly, I'd rather lose the Grenzers than the Grenzer Cav than the... Alright, so we have to pull you back, and now we have to pull you back. Okay, we're sort of pulling folks back. Yeah, we're getting them focused down very nicely. And these guys, yeah, since those are just regulars, we'll draw you through there. We'll draw you through there. Nope. All right, we really got to pay attention here. It's not my forte, man. Focus on them. Grenzer Hussars. Yeah, I've got to make that change. Again, what are you doing? Yeah, you're shooting at them. Okay. They've been focused down. That's fine. Grenzer Fusiliers, you need to continue to run. And these guys just got to hold and fire. And the Fusiliers can try to reform. We probably need to... At least we're braced, right? I can say that much. Okay, you're going to try to pull back, I guess. You might want to do some of the same. It's going to buy their artillery time, but oh well. Yeah. Alright, now we need you guys to focus on them. Holy smokes, these guys are... Focus on them, that's fine. Okay, that was terrible. Don't worry about volleying. Not yet. Wow, our Grens are going to break to the Prussian Hussars, man. Austrian Grens. Yeah. They are lurking. I think we ought to start pulling back a little bit. Not a good sound. Not good at all. Yeah, this turned out to be much harder than I thought. Come on, Fusiliers. Let's go, guys. Come on, dudes. Alright, what's the artillery doing? Oh my goodness. Okay. I hope we can just one-shot them. I assume that eventually these Crownland recruits are going to shoot those guys away. I'm assuming based on nothing. Those guys we're just going to let run through. Alright, these grins are probably done for now. But we're going to turn. And we will have... Actually, those lights move up and shoot them. These guys are going to shoot them because we've got to try to finish those guys off. Are you kidding me? This cav is still just charging through... Alright, finally. Alright. Now let's get into their artillery. Alright, focus on that. Okay, they're done. And I guess we focus on them next. Yeah. We didn't even have a chance to throw grenades. We didn't even take the bayos off of anybody this time. I mean, we have been slacking, but... Okay, you're going to focus on them. Try to focus on them. You guys might just want to move up there. Grenzer sharpshooters can try to focus on those folks. I'll see if the general can rally them. So we have the... you know what? We probably need to hold our ground here. As much as I would love to have all of you recover. And we might actually want to win this. I see what you're up to. Don't think I don't. Okay, good. The artillery's already targeting them. Don't worry about volley. Don't worry about volley. Just shoot them. Okay, looks like we broke that artillery. These guys can continue up. These guys can push up. Austrian Jaegers can focus on them. And you guys are going to continue to move through there. Alright. I don't think we're going to make it through. Could have the general countercharge and try to save the Grenzer sharpshooters. Why not? I'll send my lights up there to try to harass their... Oh, yeah, we don't need that. What do we need the artillery? I guess right there. That's a group that I'm not close to. Okay, these Grenzer sharpshooters can go there. You can reform and face the Prussian Dragoons. We're definitely coming in for a charge. Alright, hopefully we're braced enough. Pull the general out here. Move the grenadiers up there. And I think that's all we're going to do. I don't know why you're not moving. Might be worth sending the supply train, maybe one up here, just to see if we can get anybody here. Although we do take damage. Alright, so they retreated from that. Now you can focus on them. You can focus on them. They're running. Yeah, we're just going to push up here. Alright. Yeah, my artillery has a good target. That's fine. Certainly speed it back up again. Looks like somebody just rallied. Whew. $1,000. Oh boy. The 20%. Yeah, I need manpower. It's just... And maybe we should push through the upgrades before our next big battle. So that... Alright. We have a bunch of stuff. Oh, tulip. Is that better than what we have? Probably not. But that might mean that we just need that second cav. And maybe we need longer range on that. I don't know. I think there's some stuff. I think I'm going to end the video here for in real life and other reasons. But I think there's some hemming and hawing about what the last take is. Kremlin recruits, like these guys get. Oh, they didn't. Yeah, they didn't get any XP because of what happened in battle. So we have some upgrade decisions to make. We have some equipping decisions to make, and maybe some other organizational stuff. But we also gotta kind of figure out here how we're. That is not at all what I meant to do. Wait, is that loss of 30 ammo? Yeah, I mean that was the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Yeah, all grenadiers all day. We're just gonna take the L, and yeah, I thought we could go around like we were going to last time. Oh, and now it pursues me. Well, this is fun. Yeah. That is fun. Not in the conventional sense of the word, or one that anybody else. Oh, and we have no manpower, so that's cool. Is this guy just gonna pursue me forever? He might. He might. Here, we're gonna switch to foraging because we're. Well, I don't think I can get that one. That's fine. But yeah. Alright, so we know we can't get that encampment without fighting an HQ. We need to find one more convoy. And we have, what? Day 60, so we have 70 days to do it. We also need food very badly. But that might all be a story for a different time. We'll see what we can buy up here. We actually have gold for once. I have a feeling this isn't going to be worth. We've got to work on our definitions, people. But yeah, it's not going to be for this one. So, anyways, we have some action queued up for the next episode. We'll see how it goes. I'm enjoying it. Right, we'll probably finish this one off. Win, lose, or draw. Well, you can't draw, but win or lose in the next one. And yeah, then maybe we'll actually do either the Austrian or the Russian light infantry one. That would be fun.